Hello, I'm Gizzy, a learning technologist in HAS, and this is a brief introductory guide for participants in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra sessions. What is Blackboard Collaborate Ultra? It's a virtual conferencing classroom communication tool. It can be used for quite a variety of functions. Here in HAS, we use it as an extra venue for a range of teaching and learning sessions. It is particularly good with courses where learners are remote at times or are participating fully online. So how do you find and join sessions? There are a couple of different ways you may be asked to join sessions. You may be emailed a URL to join a session. You can also be asked to access sessions at pre-arranged times in your Blackboard course room. Sometimes this room is made available to learners for group work as a shared facility. So it's important to get comfortable with using the tool. Now let's have a look at the interface and how to use it. Once you've logged in, either via a course room or an invite URL, you will see this room. Here in the top left-hand side is the session menu. This gives control of the technical options. Tools and features you use only once or twice during a session are conveniently grouped here. In the bottom right-hand side, you see the Collaborate panel. This opens up and gives you access to the collaborative tools for the session. Tools such as chat with everyone in the session or privately with moderators, view attendees and their roles. Moderators and presenters can share content or start polling, or set your personal settings. In the center of the pane is the media space. This is the creative sharing area, the whiteboard. Here, PowerPoint files, documents or applications that are shared will be displayed. Notice this small menu at the top here. This gives you access to whiteboard tools, and below this is a secondary menu overlay. This allows you to zoom in or out on any displayed documents if they're too small for you to read, or to expand to fill the screen. Preparing for Collaborate Ultra sessions. You may be required to do some preparation, such as reading or research before a session, much as you may be for a class or tutorial. In fact, the session may be a class or tutorial. If you are asked to contribute, so for example present a poster, a PowerPoint or research ideas, practice beforehand and check your equipment works. Things to do and consider in setting yourself up. Technical considerations for accessing sessions. Before your sessions, you need to make sure you've downloaded the Google Chrome browser. This is the recommended browser for Blackboard Ultra and is the only one in which all of Ultra's functions will work. It is good practice to log into your sessions 15 to 30 minutes ahead of their scheduled start. This allows you to get set up and test your equipment. Test your headset, your microphone, your audio in and out. Get settled in a quiet physical and digital space. Close all other applications and windows on your computer and switch off your mobile phone. Ensuring you have everything you need to hand, especially any digital resources you may need to share. Do not forget to test these work in your setup time. Things to consider before joining sessions. Check that your surroundings and appearance are as you are comfortable with sharing in a session. Hide or turn off menus, taskbars, pop-ups, alerts and notifications. Familiarize yourself with the interface's structure and interactive controls. In the bottom left, you will see the video feed of participants. In the bottom center, you will see the icons for turning the microphone and video on and off. Also for feedback such as raised hand, tick or poll options. Here in the top left, this icon opens the session menu. In the Collaborate panel, bottom right, you will see the tools for chat, participants list, share content and settings. Go to Settings to set up your microphone and camera when you enter the session. You must complete the audio and video setup at least once before you can use them. Once you have, you can select the microphone and video icons to turn them on and off as you need during a session. If you prefer using keyboard shortcuts to do this, Alt+M and Alt+C will toggle the microphone and camera respectively. In the Share Content pane, you can see that there are also options for interactivity via polling and breakout groups, shared spaces for group work. The large white panel is the media space. This is where documents, PowerPoints and interactive whiteboards can be shared. Please be aware that the Share Applications function only works in Chrome. When your session ends, you exit via the button in the bottom left-hand side of the session menu pane. So where to find recordings of sessions you've already attended? Go to your Blackboard course, access your Collaborate room list and click on the menu here. Select Recordings from the drop-down menu. Depending on the permissions set by the session admin, you may have the option to download the recording. You can do that via the breadcrumb menu here. Alternatively, if the session was via an invite URL, the session admin usually sends a link to the recording to all participants afterwards. If you are accessing the Collaborate panel with a screen reader, using the button or link quick keys, that is B in JAWS or VO plus Command plus L in VoiceOver, look for the button labelled Open Collaborate Panel. If the link quick key in VoiceOver doesn't identify this action, try VO plus Command plus G to go to the next graphic, or VO plus right arrow to read the next item until you find it. VoiceOver doesn't have a great method for specifically finding button controls. Activating this button opens a tab list which works as follows. The first tab, Chat, is focused by default. Use the Tab key on your keyboard to interact with the elements within the Chat panel, including reading and posting messages. Use the right and left arrow keys to move through the tabs, so Chat, Attendees, Content and Settings. Once a tab has focus, you can use the Tab key to move through the elements on the page, or back to the list of tabs. Tab to the Close Collaborate panel button to exit out of this experience. For chat history keyboard controls, use the keyboard controls at the top of the chat panel to move between messages. The keyboard controls are only available after messages have been posted in chat and are only available with keyboard navigation. From the text entry field in the chat panel, press Shift plus Tab to open the keyboard controls. Or, from the Chat With menu at the top of the panel, press Tab. By default, the focus is on the next chat message control. Press Shift plus Tab to find the previous chat message and first chat message controls. Press Tab to find the last chat message control. Collaborate's chat history only has 50 messages displayed at any given time. Press spacebar to activate the control and listen to the message. Press Tab to move through the controls and return to the chat text entry field. Share content. Application sharing is not currently supported for screen readers in Blackboard Collaborate. If you are using a screen reader, you can share files and a blank whiteboard with your attendees. You cannot share an application that is open on your device. For example, you can't share a Microsoft PowerPoint open on your computer. Share files. Screen reader users can access text from PowerPoint and PDF files shared in the session. This provides an easy way to follow along as slides change. Moderators and presenters must select Share Files and upload the files to Collaborate for screen readers to access the text.
Previous chat message button. Message 5 of 5, 1:22 p.m. from Gizzy Dunlop. End of chat history. You are currently on a button inside of a tab panel. To click this button, press Ctrl Option Space. To exit this group, press Ctrl Option Shift up arrow.
Links to additional accessibility support resources, both internal and external, will be added to the base of the transcript accompanying this video.